welcome you here. My name is Edward Scarlett. I'm the acupuncture physician. We're here at the Palm Beach Hilton in Palm Beach County, and we're doing the expo, the Green Day Expo here. This is the first year that they've done it. I was approached earlier by a gentleman named Gerry and had a conversation with him about the fact that he had an injury 27 years ago, a very significant boating accident that did a tremendous amount of damage to his neck, and that he's compromised in his ability to rotate his neck and have freedom to be able to look in the mirror as he's driving his car and such. And what we're going to do is we're going to find a room someplace here and spend a few minutes working on him and see if we can get some relief and show him how this might be something that he wants to look into to use as a way to really restore function and get back some usage of his neck that he's not been able to have for a tremendous amount of years. So let's go ahead and do that. So I met Gerry here today, this afternoon, in Palm Beach, and he began to tell me a story about a neck injury that he had. So I'd like to have him share a little bit of that with you about his history. Gerry?
Well, thank you very much. First, I want to say that it's a chronic pain. I injured back in 1979. I saw several doctors, and the doctor said, "Gerry, you're going to get older. Arthritis and severe, it was a C3 in my neck, severe injury." And they said, as time goes along, it's going to get worse. And at that point, I said, "I don't think so. I'm healthy. I'll be okay." But they were true. It really is. It's gotten worse and worse. And I want to thank you for your concern and interest on helping me out. The problems I have basically is I have muscle spasms in my neck, which drops my neck to the left. As the day goes along, it gets tighter and tighter, and I can't get relief in the muscles.
What I'm going to do is take a look at his neck, find out where it is that there's places that there is blockages of chi or blood or stagnation in his trigger points, and I'm going to go ahead and apply pressure on his trigger points. In that interaction that I'm having with his points, I'm going to change the polarity in those points in order to free up mobility and range of motion in his neck. Part of how I do that is there's going to be an osmotic change that happens in that point when I make a connection. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to palpate and see where it is that he has the most restriction in his neck. And just on palpation, I see that there's about 3 areas for him. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to give him a little bit of traction here. I know this is a little difficult to see, but we're just going to hold some points here. So nothing I'm doing is more uncomfortable for him than what his level of tolerance is. So what I do is I measure in this interaction. One of the things that happens when you're applying therapy is that you really need to be able to have an exchange with the person in the issue at a level that is able for them to absorb it so that they're not going into a resistance.
Yeah.
You were in the right room.
Yeah. But they told me to come over here and so I said, huh?
Tender where?
Waiting for you, sir.
Let's get everybody back over here.
Where is it?
Can you go into there
Right here?
and down a little bit on
Right
the
there?
shoulder was?
Yeah.
That's relief.
Feel that?
Yeah.
Tell me what you feel in there. If you got a area that's stuck or you feel it's catching or pinching, I want to know that.
A little bit right here.
Okay, what about when you take your right ear to your right shoulder? What does that do? Okay, let me see.
Your thumb, where your thumb is very tender.
That as we loosen up the musculature and the spasms, he gets increased range of motion without restriction or pinching. But the problem is now that the muscles are not able to move that quickly that his neck is able to rotate. So as he rotates his neck quickly, he has more motion in the neck, but these muscles here need to be worked on more in order to be able to do what they haven't been able to do efficiently for many, many years. That would be the second stage of treatment. But the first stage is to go ahead and to open up the musculature so that his range of motion is better without pinching or pain as he's rotating his head. So I worked on you for about 10 minutes or so. Why don't you let the viewers know just kind of overall about your experience and how you feel?
Well, within 10 minutes, made a big difference in the tightness and the restrictions as I felt in my back of my neck.
Very fast.
I'm able to rotate my neck more freely without it tightening up as much. And also, it felt like some of the pain was relieved also. So it sort of loosened up the muscles and also relieved the pain a lot in my back of my neck.
And did you get any release in the bone movement at all?
Yes. Bone movement too. It was less grinding and less restrictions.
And you
Yes,
felt
definitely.
something release in the vertebrae here in the neck and also in the lower back?
Yeah, it was interesting. I've been sitting in this chair, and around L2 and L3, I felt some release in that area by just you working on the neck.
All right, so this is an individual that I think will really benefit from some additional work and additional care using the trigger point massage techniques and some more acupuncture. Now, we're out here underneath an awning. If I was working on this individual in the office on the table, I could do something much more comprehensive and even yield even bigger results. But just to demonstrate a little bit about within 10 minutes that there's tangible change in what it is that he's experiencing and how this ancient form of acupressure and acupuncture can be something that could benefit everyone. So it's worth it to check this out at a no cost, no obligation visit at our office and you can view us at delrayacupuncture.com.
I'd like to make one more comment.
Go ahead.
As you said, I've had this for 27 years, and this has just been 10 minutes of working on my neck, and I've never had more relief in 10 minutes with anybody else.
Very good. So once again, I just got done working on Gerry for about 10 minutes or so, and he had another thought that he wanted to share with you about the way that what he's experiencing in his neck.
Within 27 years, I haven't had anything in relief in 10 minutes like I have now. One of the things I must tell you is I could be driving, I would turn my head to the left, and it would come down like this. I could not stop it. Every time I turned, it turned to the left. If I was talking to somebody, it'd go like this all the time, even to the right. But both times the muscles would tighten up. Now, I would not be able to do that. My chin is up. I couldn't do that before. My chin is up, and I'm not pushing or no pressure. It's doing it by itself. The muscles are relaxed, where I can do this. This is amazing. I know that I can get in the car and go like that, and it goes straight. Where before it'd go like this, and I couldn't keep it up. Now it feels great. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.